Good morning. It's a bright sunny morning here on the farm and we are gonna go shell some corn. So we had a good day yesterday. Got this 65 acres done plus the 17 or whatever from the last field, so that was good. We are moving just down the road a couple of miles here, mile and a half. Dad's in the combine today. We're targeting fields where we can't park trucks on the road in case it gets wet. It doesn't look like it's going to get wet. We've got a really good stretch of weather here, and we're actually in really good shape. But that's just kind of the way we're making the priorities right now. So we have about, we'll call it 250 acres that are west of the farm. 3 different farms there. So we're heading that way and going to start working on that stuff this week. And we're off. So it took me back to get a truck. So we've got a truck here, and Dad's gonna combine. We're gonna start on this little field here on the west. There's 35 or so acres in this one. Mostly 109-day corn out here, although I do have.
I think I can take another round before we have to dump.
Yep, we do have some 113-day on this side as well. It'll be interesting to see the moisture difference in there, if there is one. Thanks, Phil. I had rags, but we'll take them anyway. My windows are dirty, and Brock used all my cleaner. I had some window cleaner in the combine the other day, and he took it, and now it's gone. So I had to get some more. This back window is bothering me. It's quite windy today. So we're gonna wash it. I also want to wash those windows on the cart. We don't got time for that. Just in time. That's better. That's better on that one. Oop. We got to do this one, and that one, and that one, and those little windows on the cart. Those are the ones that are next. They're bothering me the most. But we're in a hurry. We'll let the machine sink. Sinking. Tracking. Oh yeah, look at that. Look how well you can see out that window. Super nice. So this field here, this corn that we're in right now, is actually a 113-day hybrid. I did not plant very much of it, but we did plant some because agronomist Wade said, it's really good corn, you should plant some. Okay, well I did. I don't know how good a corn it is, but it looks okay. We'll see what the moisture is on it. I do have more of this in another field next to some 112-day stuff. The rest of this is all 109. It is a big, healthy plant type, though, and it is standing really well. If you watched the plot video the other day, this is the one that Wade said was a thumper. The big ears thumping through the combine. So, I don't know. It looks pretty good. That low ground that we just kind of went through there, it's rare that we even have corn down there, so we're already winning on this farm because we have corn on all of it. Usually that's floods and drowns out. The river goes through the trees over there, and the field next to us was a wheat field this year that had a big low spot that drowns out, and it spills over into this field as well. So, yeah, we're already in good shape here. Okay, while he makes another round, we can get these windows cleaned off here. Fold the auger up so we can get to them. The problem is it's on the inside, so we're gonna have to crawl on the inside. But we'll start on the outside. Precarious. Okay, now. Watch this magic. See, you gotta wash windows twice. You gotta start with the dirty rag. And get them pretty good. And then you spray them again. You go over them with a clean rag. And now your clean rag is your dirty rag for the next windows. Better. We'll get that one when we can. Oh yeah, that's much better. Now I had to go and empty and was on the phone, so I didn't get to show you, but you can actually see the corn in there. And the nice thing is when we're loading, I can see through that top window a little bit better to see how the corn's piling up. It helps me. The camera is nice, but having a window is good too. We've got a gully right here. Just kind of watching to make sure. You can see the cart rocking. We roll through it. Sometimes when you get in uneven ground and stuff, the unloading auger and the cart get a little close together. Fortunately, this combine, the auger is much higher than the old combine, so we've never actually hit the auger on the cart like we have with our old ones. Plus, this cart is lower. When we used to have our 9660 combine, and even the 680 to an extent, and then we had a 800 bushel single auger cart under first 8200, I think it was. But because it was single auger, it's a cone bottom kind of thing, or funnel, and it sat much taller. And we would hit the tarp straps or the bows on the auger boot there and pop it off if we got into uneven ground. No good. See how we can see through that window? See the corn piling up in there? That is nice. Just got a round and a half left in this field here. Just about done with this. I think we're going to stop for lunch. It's just afternoon now, so good timing. That worked out well. We'll have to see where we're at with the dryers and the wet bin and all of that, but there's 65 acres on the other side of this building site here in the lane that we can keep working our way across there. So that's the plan for today. I do have parent-teacher conferences tonight at school, so I've got to quit early. We should have the wet bin pretty well full by that point anyway, so I doubt it matters. But we'll see where we're at. Last pass of this row, or this field here. Last pass of this row. Yeah, it's always the last pass of the row, dummy. Anyway, yeah, we got this one done. Let's see, what's it yielding? What's it yield? Did we make 2? Not quite. Close. 198. That's not bad. 24% moisture, 32 acres by the time we're done here. It's not bad. There was a bunch in the trees. The back ends of this field are pretty terrible. The rest of it should be pretty decent though, so we'll take it. Dad and I just getting back from lunch. We had some errands to run, so we went to town and went to 3 different banks today and got some lunch. He went in the house for a second. We'll be out. We'll take the truck back over to the field to go. Everything's running good here. It's a great system. Dryer's good. We've got 2 lights on our wet bin there. The one was not on when we got back, so it's just those 2 trucks that Phil unloaded. He's home eating lunch now. It's windy today. He's got the big burner running on the top dry. There's a 40-horse fan in there and a big fire. It heats up the air, blows it up that duct, it goes into the top of the bin. Up in the top of the bin, there's kind of a false floor up there, a perforated floor that holds about 1,500 bushels on the top of the bin. That hot air blows up through it, dries it, then we drop it down, refill it. We are set up on a batch system, not an auto flow like some of them are. We've just always done batches. So we can dry a little extra through there. That keeps our wet bin down. We got to fill the bin anyway. It's better to just use the dryer and dry it through there. So that's working good. This bin, this souk up, is basically full. We've got maybe a ring or a ring and a half at the top. We could put a little more in there, but we were trying to dry overnight one night and didn't want to mess with it in the middle of the night. So we swapped over to start filling the big bin. That's a 120,000 bushel bin. we're probably about 4 rings up in it, 4 of 16, I believe. So lots of room in there yet, but we got lots of corn to harvest, so that's a good thing. Still waiting for Dad to come back out. One thing about running those 2 dryers is that we suck the propane down in a hurry. So out here we do have a 18,000 gallon propane tank. Yesterday morning when we started drying, it was at 47%. This morning when we started, we were at 28. Now we're down to 22. We drain that thing in a hurry. Once we get down to 30%, we can bring in a transport load. So transport load has been ordered. We're hoping it shows up today. We'll be out by the morning. So either we get one today or first thing in the morning, or we're gonna have to shut down and wait for gas. I don't think they'll let that happen. They're usually pretty good when we call, they send it. So waiting for that to show up. It's the cost of drying wet corn. And fortunately, the corn's been 23 or 24% and not 28%. Otherwise, we'd be burning a lot more gas. Happy birthday to whoever's birthday it was. Your balloon landed in my field. Got out to stretch for a minute. We're driving in circles a lot. Want to see? I'll show you the circuit. Alright, we're running grain cart today. It's kind of boring, but I gotta film something. So we're gonna show you the circuit. So we've just loaded this truck. That truck is full. I didn't quite get the cart empty. I would like the cart to be empty. It's not. But we fold our auger back in, and we make a little half circle here to head back to the combine, or to make the next pass with the combine. I always try and run in tracks that I've already driven in. Don't want to just drive around the field randomly, so I'm in a spot where we unloaded on the go heading that way in these tracks already with the grain cart, so now I'm just driving in the same tracks back to the combine. And we can hustle a little bit. We don't have to go super fast, but we don't have to go slow either. Once we're about to where we think we need to be, meaning the same spot we've stopped in every other pass, I just stop, and then we sit here and we wait on the combine, which is over there, still going that way, and he's gonna turn around and come back this way. But just in case I need to drive farther forward, I don't start making my turn, I don't do anything, I just sit here until I know where we've got to start unloading on the go. Alright, combine's getting close. I'm watching my display, I can see that he's 70% full, which means somewhere between 70 and 80. His lights are flashing, meaning 3/4. And now he just stuck his auger out. So we start moving forward a little bit here. And then we make the turn. Track grain cart, always make a big wide turn. That's why I pull it, go back a pass that's 3 or 4 rounds back. We get lined up. Combine here, and we're running machine sync, so I just push the button, let it take over. He turns the auger on and we unload. Now most of the time we're dumping all of our, we're completely empty with this point, and so I don't have to worry about moving the grain cart forward or back to fill front or the back, because it's never enough to fill it in one pass. This time, because we had a little bit left in there, because our truck was full, we might have to. So we're watching, waiting for it to pile up where he's dumping now. Meanwhile, our next truck is here, so we'll be able to unload when we get up there. He's also probably just about empty. Maybe not quite. I doubt we'll have too much in here, or more than we can have in one pile. So you can see there's a little less coming out of the auger now. He's about empty in the grain tank. We're 200 or 300 feet from the end here. I always want to time it so that he's getting empty right at the end, so we're not driving over more of the ground than we need to. He'll let it run until he gets up right towards the end so that he's as empty as possible, going back the other way. And as soon as he shuts it off, we'll pull out of the way. Right there. Another dribble. Go. Turn out wide here. Now we can start unfolding our auger. Letting him make the turn while we get out of his way. Over here you'll see our truck leaving. Maybe, I don't know if you saw it or not, but he's leaving. So we got our auger unfolded and we pull up to the truck. I'm going to adjust you guys a little bit. I don't know if you can see or not, but okay. Hold on. It's not how I want you. There. Call that good enough. Alright, PTO on. Got our Agromatics Libra system all set up like we want it. Throttle up, open the gate, engage my joystick. We got to adjust our spout a little bit. Creep ahead so we're not dumping right on the bow. And get it empty. Starting to see it pile up. Nice thing about this 8RX, it sets up high. I can see over the side. Once it starts piling, we pull ahead a little bit. Half full, but we're almost empty. Let the cart clean out. Close the gate. Idle it down. Shut the PTO off. Wait for our display over here to sense that we're done unloading. We put 33,000 pounds on there. We start folding our auger and make our trip back to the combine. That's a full circuit. How long was that video? 9 minutes. That's a 9-minute video clip and a whole round, and we do it over and over and over again. We've been working all the way across here. We're just about up to the trees there. I don't know if this is the last round of long rows or not. And then we have ends that go across this house lot here out to the road where that other combine is. And yeah, I don't know. How many acres do we got left here? What's it say? 28 acres left. So I doubt we're going to finish this tonight because I got to leave within about a half an hour for conferences at my kids' school, which is okay. We've already had a pretty good day. I mean, 35 acres in this field and 33, I think it was, in the first one. So we're almost up to 70 acres already. I have no idea where we're at with wet corn, but that's fine. So I was kind of wondering if after we got these end rows out, Dad would maybe be able to make rounds where we could just park the cart on the end of the field, but I don't know that he would be able to. So if they want to keep working, they are welcome to. I'll come back when I can, but I have a feeling we'll shut her down for the night here in about a half hour. He's got to do these ends. I'm going to jump out, jump in the combine here for a second. Ah, that nighttime shelling corn. I do enjoy this. Someday, right before it gets dark, I need to throw the drone up and get some drone pictures of shelling with the lights on and stuff, but not tonight. So this is going to be our last pass. It is 6 o'clock. I've got to get out of here. Phil just left with a full truck, and we're going to have almost another full truck by the time we get up. Let's see, we're getting her loaded here. So Dad and we're going to shut stuff off and go back to the farm. Whether or not they decide to come back after they get some trucks empty, that's up to them. It'd be a couple of hours before I could be back here, and I doubt anybody wants to come back to a field at 8 o'clock at night, which is fine. So park that stuff there. We do need a fuel trailer tomorrow. Combine's probably at half a tank or so and would go for a while tomorrow, but the next field is that way, and the farm is that way. And so we'll just fuel everything up in the morning, and the 8RX is low on fuel and DEF, so we will bring the fuel trailer. It's nice to have. Not my usual car video on the way home. Thanks for watching today. I'm gonna go find out how big of punks my kids are in school, I think. Something like that. Is that right? Is that what we're doing?
Don't say that.
Don't say that? Why? It's alright. Anyway, we had a good day. We got 70-something acres done. We'll see how tomorrow goes. Brock will be around tomorrow. Dad's probably going to get back in the Ripper. This means I get to combine tomorrow. It's nice going back and forth every couple of days because it's not the same thing every day. So, thanks for watching this one. Like and subscribe. Questions, comments, all the things. Go to Farm Focus. Buy yourself some Borderview Farms merchandise, or go to borderviewfarms.com. Do it there. I'll get my plot results posted real quick. I just got them today in the nice, pretty format. So when I get a chance to sit down on the computer, I'll get my seed website updated with the corn plot results on it, so you guys can check all that stuff out. So have a great night.